taking a look at the two teams as they line up. For Ignatius Park in the blue and white colours. At fullback it's Jack Pryor, number 1, then Patrick Krause, number 2 on one wing, Sean Weir and Zygol, number 3 and 4 in the centres, Bruce Baudu on the other wing, number 5, Kynan Purdy, number 6 and 5/8, Marcus Bell is the halfback, number 7, Jack Bragg and Sidavani Afu are the props, 8 and 10, Colby Thompson, number 9, the hooker, Nicholas Diviljak comes into the second row wearing jersey 11, Jonah Radavita is the captain, number 12 in the second row alongside Javiljak, and Hayde Munro at lock forward, number 13. On the interchange bench, Kynan Kennedy, Jake Brewer, Oakland Stowers, Jack Kennedy and Jaden Ryan with Joe Brisky. 6 interchanges, 14 through 19. The back line for the Kirwan State High School Bears, who will be receiving the kickoff. Cohen Dittman fullback, Ayasake Mana on one wing, number 2, Takai Benione, number 3. On the other wing, right wing, we have Anthony Urangi. Number 6 is Lonan Denigja. Number 7 and captain is Preston Kennedy, as Denigja receives the kick for Kirwan from the kickoff. And then in the forward pack, we have Kanye Pua Avase, number 8. Braith Dowson, number 9, Jeffrey Ross, number 10, the front row. The second row, Elijah Shane Tapau, number 11, with Aneliko Savaleo, number 12, and 13 lock forward, Lorenzo Fono. On the bench, 14 through 19, it's Cohen Emmy, Diesel Taylor, Marley Helion, Vai Nanai, Kyle Bader, and Benjamin Roebuck for Kirwan. Kirwan in possession, up over the halfway line early here. So this important match for these two teams, but in particular for Ignatius Park back in third place in Pool A. And here's a chance for Kirwan. The ball's gone loose. It did go forward, but there was a slight hesitation at the back. I think it was Jack Pryor found the oncoming Kirwan players arriving quicker than he thought and very nearly got into trouble, but that will be a handover because of a knock-on. So an early chance for Kirwan, couldn't quite capitalise on. But now an opportunity to get up and put the pressure on with some quick-moving defence. So the scenario for Ignatius Park here today is that if they win and then beat Trinity Bay next Wednesday, they could leapfrog Kirwan, today's opponents, and finish second in the pool. This pool of 4 players, you need to finish in the top 2 to make the semi-finals. Of course, if Ignatius Park College lose today, well, it's all over for them as far as going through to the semis and finals of the Aaron Payne Cup. And consequently, out of the running for the NRL Schoolboy Cup as well. In the case of Kirwan, if they win today, they will lock in second place and the semi-finals. If Kirwan also were able to beat St Patrick's next week, they would finish on top of Pool A. So incentive for them to put a win on today and then to go over the top of St Patrick's next week. But right now they're in second place on 6 points with 2 wins, 2 draws and no losses for the season. Kirwan, Ignatius Park have done it a bit tougher. 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses, but the losses were very well, one of them in particular was very close, just a 2-point loss to St Pat's, who, as I said, are on top of the pool. That was in round 4 when Ignatius Park went down 16-14. They also had a draw with Kirwan, today's opponents, back in round 2. It was 12-all at Kirwan State High School. This is a home match for Ignatius Park, but they've got the job in front of them today to, I guess, resurrect their position in the pool from currently 3rd. Penalty goes to Ignatius Park, which will help them get away from this end of the field. Eight teams in the pool, in the competition in the Aaron Payne Cup, in 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B, both of 4 teams. St Patrick's College on top of Pool A, this pool. So it's Ignatius Park on the attack now with Marcus Bell calling the shots at halfback today. Seen quite a few changes in the lineup and positional shuffles as well as actual selections through the competition so far for Ignatius Park. And here's a penalty, goes their way. High tackle against Kirwan. Isaiah Leedy, who's been their regular goal kicker, not in the side today for Ignatius Park. He's out of the team. Has been in the centres, but today the centres are Sean Weir and Zai Gol. Gol himself was sent off back in round 1 for a lifting tackle. So on the attack now through Sidovani Afu, plays it back. They come wide through Munro down the short side. Halfback Bell in the line as well, feeding it on. Good defence, holds them out. Charging for the posts is Nicholas de Viljak. Thompson goes wide and here's Afu again. Close to the line here, Ignatius Park. Colby Thompson dummy half, wide pass. Again there's Bell, Bell short ball, and this could be the first points of the match. No referee says held up. It was a very close thing. Lovely short ball out there to Sean Weir. He went low, still tackles up their sleeve. Now grubbered through by Bell and taken at the back and secured for Kirwan. That was Cohen Dittman back there. Late pass is a very good one for Kirwan. Down the wing they go. Ball ripped out in the tackle. Asaki Mana with a good burst on the left wing for Kirwan. Smart counter-attack from right on their own line. Just, checking to see how the referee will rule whether that ball was a loose carry or stripped out. Well, it was a loose carry and lost by Kirwan, says the referee. So another attacking opportunity. Both teams had a couple of chances here early, and Ignatius Park with some fairly purposeful football inside the opposition 20 early in the game. Went very close with Weir on that left side. Now dumping tackle on the captain, Jonah Radavita, plays it back. Oh, good hit on Munro. Munro ran into trouble that time. Big hit from Kanyo Pua Avase. Bell takes it to the line out the back. Nice pass on. And going for the line is Gall. He's not far away. Keeping it going now with de Viljak. Munro working both sides of the field here. Loose ball, bad pass, and away they go. Charging downfield, Iorangi upfield, beats another one. Finally they come at him and manage to hang on to Anthony Iorangi. Again turning defence into attack very quickly. Both wingers sharply on loose balls, and previously a good pass out on the left wing. So it's swinging from end to end as Logan Denninger gets involved from 5'8" for Kirwan. Now with Cassidy throwing dummies and finding a right edge forward. Cassidy, the number 7. This time it's Denninger on the right hand side, and the defence looking just a little vulnerable. This time with Taoki Benione. Now the kick ahead near the upright. They need to keep a close eye on it. Coming through quickly was the left centre for Kirwan. Went over the dead ball line safely. Jack Pryor at the back showed great patience there. 0-0 after 8 minutes of play. But both teams have seen the attacking end of the field. And you'd have to say both teams have managed to hang on so far. But both sides would think, well, we could have been over the line at least once. Sean Weir goes wide. Busts back inside a tackle, keeps going. Sidavani Afu. Munro. Using the ball with purpose. Out it goes to Gall. Certainly playing both left and right edge. Ignatius Park goes from one side of the field to the other, and very well organised, well-timed passes, and plenty of options for the ball players. Kirwan bringing it forward through Braith Dowson. Good run out of dummy half. They kept throwing dummies and scampering forward all the time, making the defenders guess. Dowson brings them onto the ball. This is Fono, plays it back. Dowson again, look at him go to the line, drawing the defence in and then giving a short pass. Also had that scoot himself at the beginning of the set. Well downfield now, Kirwan. Bumping run and offload from Tapau. Covered up there by Patrick Krause, just in the field of play. Still no points on the board after 10 minutes. And remembering that these two teams did draw 12 all back in round 2. Tremendous rivalry between all of the schools in the competition. Forward pass has been called here. Forward pass by Ignatius Park. As I said, tremendous rivalry in the pools. In Pool A, unfortunately, Trinity Bay have fallen to the bottom and beaten again today by St Patrick's 24-10. So they are yet to win a game, but the top 3, St Patrick's, Kirwan and Ignatius Park, all very competitive against each other, even though it looks like Ignatius Park down in 3rd place on just 3 points compared to Kirwan 6 and St Patrick's today going from 7 up to 9 points. The score lines indicate just how tight it has been. And this game has started in the same vein. Kirwan win the scrum. Out it goes to Benioni. And it's been lost. Unfortunately, we don't have available the name of the number 4 for Kirwan, the centre. Hasn't been published, but he has lost the ball in the tackle there. Made a good run just a little while ago, and even there was a probing run, hard to put on the ground. A quick look at Kirwan's matches through the competition so far. In round 1, they defeated Trinity Bay 36-6. Then that draw with Ignatius Park, 12 all. Then a draw with St Patrick's College, 18 all. So 2 draws in successive games. Then defeated Trinity Bay 46-4. And now this match today. And next week they meet St Patrick's. So that'll be another showdown with St Patrick's next week. But you can see there, 2 draws. Imagine if they'd won both games, Kirwan would be flying high. This ball has been lost by Ignatius Park. Gall unable to hang on to it. Yeah, those 2 draws, if they'd been wins, they would have been flying high probably at the top of the competition. Equally, you could say 2 losses and they might be in the perilous position in which Ignatius Park finds itself. Ignatius Park, their season so far. In round 1, they lost to St Patrick's 20-12. In round 2, that draw with Kirwan. In round 3, defeated Trinity Bay 24-8. So go wide here, Kirwan, and trying to cut through was Dittman. In round 4, Ignatius Park lost to St Patrick's 16-14. And that brings us to today's match, and then next week they meet Trinity Bay at Trinity Bay. Here's a run from dummy half. He was dangerous before, he's dangerous again, and there's a try to Braith Dowson. First points on the board for Kirwan State High School in this desperately important match for both teams, but particularly for Ignatius Park. They concede the first points, and Dowson with a very smart run. He has already shown his ability in all aspects of dummy half play. It's early in the game, but we've seen him dart out a dummy half. We've seen him bringing the defenders to him and throwing some judicious passes, getting his team going forward around the ruck. This time he did it all himself. So Braith Dowson, the number 9 for Kirwan, first try scorer. Couple of lost balls in the last couple of minutes by both teams, it must be admitted, but most recently by Ignatius Park opened the door for Kirwan to attack from about 40 metres out, and they were able to take advantage of that situation. And the kick from near the post is good, and that conversion by Anthony Urangi, I should say, who made a good burst down the right wing, previously picking up a bad pass that went to ground from Ignatius Park. They were right on the attack. So Kirwan leads 6 points to 0 after 15 minutes, midway through the first half. But you would think Ignatius Park would feel that they've been very creative and certainly threatened the Kirwan line on a number of occasions. The last pass just wasn't quite where it needed to be on a couple of those opportunities. 6 points to 0 in favour of Kirwan. So Kirwan receive the kick-off and bring it back out. And on the first tackle, a mistake. Kanye Puavase not happy with the decision, but can only accept it and walk back to his teammates for some consolation. One of the tacklers in there was Deviljak. Like the tackle had just about been completed, but it was in the process of beginning to get to his feet. I think that Puavase found the ball slip out of his fingers. So great chance now, Marcus Bell, to feed the scrum for Ignatius Park. It's 15 metres out, 20 metres out. Straightening up off his left foot, Sean Weir. Now heading for the posts is Radavita. Sloppy pass, clumsy football. Did it go backwards all the way? Yeah, oh, just at the very last moment. I think it was right at the end there. Bell grappling for the ball, probably panicking a little, thinking a Kirwan player or two would be ready to jump on him very quickly. Just got a right-hand touch to it as in all the way across field. I thought the ball was going backwards and they were going to get away with it, but the real problem was a bad pass right at the start. So another wasted field position for Ignatius Park. Kirwan looking equally well organised as their opponents have been. Now Dowson goes into dummy half. Late offload goes back to Dowson. Quickly there to move it onwards as Cassidy. Good defence comes up on Tapau. There's Dowson. He'll run all day if they let him. So we've got Cassidy, the halfback, on the right. And Denninger tending to get around the ruck on the left. And again, pressure here on Jack Pryor, and he's put into touch. A difficult kick. He doesn't appreciate the tackle, probably a little frustrated being put over the sideline as well, right in front of the touch judge. So if there's any action to be taken, it did look like Jack Pryor resented the fact that things hadn't gone his way. Well, that was a good kick through. Bounced up a little higher than the fullback expected. He was trying to get hold of it, but he was forced to wait for it to come down a little into his hands, and by then the tacklers were right there, put him over the sideline. And they're just sucking them in. A little bit of blood on the leg too. So this is going to be a handover because the ball was carried over the sideline. It's going to be a handover for Kirwan. Excellent attacking position here. Elijah Shane Tapau. I presume he prefers Tapau rather than Tapau, like Marty. But ready to play the ball just 10 metres out. Dowson now got his breath back. Got a slight hold up here. Lorenzo, I should say, Fono, the number 13, waiting to take a hit up. And there he goes. Fono goes hard. Takes 3 to put him down. Dowson in a dummy half. Feeds it to the right. Quickly out and over the line here is Tapau. Held up. Working off Cassidy, the halfback. On the field now, Diesel Taylor, number 15 in the headgear. And also teammate Marley Helion. So a couple of changes made in that break for Kirwan. And fresh men, fresh legs, take it to the line and all the way, Diesel Taylor. Diesel Taylor, one out. The defenders just underestimated him. Well, this set, it's been all the freshmen. Taylor first up, the number 15, then Helion, 16, and back to Taylor for the third hit up, and over he goes. And that was a little too soft. Admittedly, Ignatius Park were in trouble once the ball was carried over the sideline by Jack Pryor under pressure, but their defence really didn't aim up tight to the ruck there. They didn't have men in front or getting off the line against Taylor and Helion, and then Taylor gets the second try of the match in favour of Kirwan. So some soul searching behind the post now for Ignatius Park. Iorangi lining up this kick right in front. And he makes no mistake. So it is now 12-0 in favour of Kirwan State High School after 22 minutes. And the mistakes had bad pass when they were attacking. And, they had a whole set up the other end. Ignatius Park, a bad pass came out to the right and then was knocked on. And then on the second occasion, moments later, down at the other end, where you'd have to give credit to Kirwan for a good kick. In fact, they've put a couple of good kicks which have stood up and tested Jack Pryor at fullback, both of them with chases coming hard after the kick, putting pressure on the fullback, ball bouncing a little awkwardly for him, and put over the sideline in the lead up to that try by Diesel Taylor. Another restart from Ignatius Park, and the try scorer, Diesel Taylor, brings it back. Heavy tackle going in there from Oakland Stowers, coming on for Ignatius Park, as has Kynan Kennedy, number 14 and the number 16 on the field. In fact, a raft of changes. Jack Kennedy, number 17, out there as well. Two of the Kennedys on the field now. are they setting it up to the right? Fono goes to the right. There's a little bit of a decoy. Up goes the kick from Cassidy. Allowed to bounce. Comes back to them. Playing on the last tackle. There's the pass. And another pass as well. They keep it alive. And another kick goes up. This time from Denninger. Well taken on the right wing by Bruce Baudu. Ignatius Park allowing that kick to bounce the first time, almost paid the price as Kirwan State High School threw 3 offloads to give themselves a second kick, but that second kick wasn't chased as heartily by men coming through because of a little bit less organisation about it. Ignatius Park have to dig in here, and that's a pretty good run from the captain, Radovita. Downfield to Cohen Dittman. Loses his footing as he tried to step off his left foot and straighten up. Now Mana, the short sharp run. Weaving run here, making ground eventually. They can disrupt a defence. A crossfield run like that looks like it doesn't have a lot of purpose, but the defenders don't know where to set themselves. That ball's been lost by Taylor in the tackle. He was thrown to ground heavily, and as he rolled towards the earth, out it came. So that is what they needed, Ignatius Park. They needed some punishing defence to force an error. So if you're catching up with results in Pool A, I mentioned today St Patrick's defeated Trinity Bay 24-10, and yesterday in Pool B, Mackay State High School defeated Mariba State High School 38-22. There's a good run from Bell, and that result yesterday, I believe, completes the pool phase of Pool B. It looks like St Augustine's College and Mackay State High School will be the top 2 in Pool B to go through the semis. But still, this game and another one in Pool A will be completed in the Aaron Payne Cup. Joining in, Jack Pryor gets the pass away, but it's gone astray, and Denninger's got it. The redhead is everywhere today. Not marked, and away they go down the right wing. Flying, great speed shown, exceptional pace from Asake Mana. Mana with a brilliant run. What magnificent speed and awareness. They were caught short, Ignatius Park. They might have had the numbers, but there was plenty of space. And the winger coming in, trying to just man up on the inside attacker, left the hole, and I don't think he'll do it again for Asake Mana because he showed his tremendous pace down that left wing. We saw it earlier in the match as well, in similar fashion really. Good pass out to him, and Asake Mana puts the 3rd try on the board. It's Kirwan 16, Ignatius Park 0. Kick to come from a little wider. You can see that there's not too much breeze. The leaves on that big tree behind the dead ball line, not moving around too much. So it shouldn't be too difficult for Hiorangi to convert from about 10 metres to the side of the posts. Got it set. Bit of movement in the in goal there from a disappointed and frustrated Ignatius Park. And another successful conversion, 3 out of 3 for Anthony Iorangi to stretch the lead now to 18-0 with not long till half time, which right now can't come fast enough for Ignatius Park. To make sure that they don't concede any more points before the break. They're not out of it at this stage, and another try before half-time would certainly hurt. That's better defence. There's a bit of determination in that. But that's just a message that Ignatius Park are not going to go away in the second half. In 2020, Jeremiah Nanai was one of the stars for the Kirwan team. Won the Aaron Payne Cup best and fairest that year, and his team won the Aaron Payne Cup and the Phil Hall Cup. So great work by Jeremiah Nano back in 2020. Now a Cowboy, a Queensland Origin player and 2-time Test player for Australia, only a couple of years later. Coaches of the two teams, Zeb Kyle for Ignatius Park and Nathan Norford for Kirwan. Both would have been busy at half-time. Second half underway in this Aaron Payne Cup match, and a high bounce. Another awkward bounce. They haven't had much luck onto the bouncing kicks from Kirwan in the first half. They need to get under them on the full quicker, would be the secret for Ignatius Park. And here they get a penalty early, so that's a real bonus. But 18 points to 0, 3 tries in the first half to Kirwan. The first one after 14 minutes to dummy half Braith Dowson. And then Diesel Taylor, having just come onto the field, ran hard at the line through some fairly flimsy defence that didn't really confront him. And then winger Aisaki Mana made a great run for the third try just before half-time. All 3 tries converted by fellow winger Anthony Iorangi. So 3 from 3 for him, 18-0 at half-time. So much riding on this match for both teams, but particularly for Ignatius Park, currently in third place out of 4 in the pool. They've lost the ball here, but they get the penalty, another penalty. I believe the call is a strip. So yes, if Ignatius Park win today and then win next week, they could leapfrog Kirwan State High School and finish second in the pool. But if they lose today, it's all over for them. I don't think there's any way back then into the semi-finals. So here they are on the attack, having taken the tap, and Marcus Bell gets them moving on that right edge. Zygor, the centre, playing it back. Now with Sidavani Afu. Started the first half very well, as did a lot of the Ignatius Park players, but virtually fell away. Now attacking down the left edge, running off Kynan Purdy. Purdy goes in and gives a bit of a push. And playing it is Jaden Ryan. And here's another chance for Ignatius Park, with some good defence this time. Attempted kick through, rebounds. What's the call? Kynan Kennedy comes up with it. The 14 gets it away to Stowers. Stowers for the line. Stowers got it away. At least here's another chance. Low and hard. The referee says short. Must be space out wide. Bouncing pass. Desperate attempt to try and get it down. It looks like Bruce Badu is claiming the try. The touch judge will have a say. The referee will have a bigger say with the whistle. He says it's a try. Great start to the second half for Ignatius Park. Bruce Badu scores the try. they went hard at the line 3 or 4 times, ever so close. Defenders having to get in tight to cover the very area around the ruck. And then they were able to move it wide. Baudu with a little bit of room to move. A spectacular dive into the corner from this angle. I thought that he might have been into touch, but no. He got that ball down brilliantly. So Bruce Baudu scores for Ignatius Park. A much needed try, one that will put some wind in their sails. And certainly on the scoreboard as well, particularly if this can be converted. It's going to be very difficult. So 2 penalties in a row after the kickoff took Ignatius Park down the field. And they really tested the defence of Kirwan, which looked like it was going to hold, but it cracked out wide eventually. Just a little bit of wind across this kick. And it misses, however. So no conversion, but nevertheless, first points in the second half go to Ignatius Park. They did start the game very well, very constructive. They were organised, they were sharp, just didn't finish their sets with any real threat. Made a few mistakes with bad passes and a couple of drop balls. And then they were under pressure on their own line. Their defence did not defend their own line very well in that first half. Once they were inside their own 20, it was a matter of time. And here is a lost ball, and again a penalty. So a third penalty in the second half goes against Kirwan. Perfect way to get down the field for Ignatius Park and to put them on the attack once more. So far, Kirwan have had to tackle in this second half, and there's a good tackle as well, driving in from Hayden Munro. Haven't seen much football at all. On the other hand, this is exactly the way Ignatius Park would have hoped this second half would have started. This is the ball turned inside, just to keep the defenders tight and working. Short ball from Jack Kennedy on that occasion, the number 17, getting involved as a ball player. Oh, late pass is not a good one from Bell. It's on the ground. He pulled up as he got to the line, trying to double pump and just throw the short ball, but the ball went nowhere, went behind 2 possible receivers. So there's a mistake. You'd have to say in the first half there was some very strong running from the Kirwan boys. Here's another strong run from Fono. There's some strong running. They were making big meters. Dummy half Dowson was getting them going forward. Halfback Cassidy on the right and 5'8" Denninger on the left. Throwing some good passes, organising the attack. A couple of awkward kicks put the pressure on the opposition fullback as well. Let's see what this kick does. Here's another tricky one. Toe to head, maybe too much. It is too much leather on that one from Anthony Iarangi. But another testing kick. That rubber was into open spaces. Jack Pryor, the Ignatius Park fullback, he really needs some help from his wingers Patrick Krause and Bruce Baudu to try and combat these kicks. It's not easy. They're very well placed and well weighted by Kirwan. It's safe to say on the defensive side in the first half that Kirwan were good enough to hold out and force a few mistakes from their opponents. Certainly one highlight of the first half was that late try by Mana, Aisaka Mana, showing a clean pair of heels to his opponents down the side, left wing touchline. Here's a high kick, puts some pressure on Cohen Dittman, but he takes it well. back there is Preston Cassidy. One tackle beaten and a lovely pass away, and here goes Manor again. Manor upfield, comes back and tries to step. The fullback breaks the tackle. Away he goes for the sideline. Will they catch him? Desperate tackle, can't make it. Colby Thompson, the hooker, tried to get there, couldn't. And an unbelievable run again from Asake Manor. He is proving to be one of the stars of this game. A thrill a minute for the crowd when he gets his hands on the football, and his teammate there. Lovely work from the left centre. He has thrown a couple of wonderful passes out to Manor in this match. He's not afraid to quickly give him room to move. As I said, we haven't been given the list of names, or at least a total list for the left centre, but he deserves some praise. Kirwan State High School Bears left centre throwing a couple of lovely passes, and Asake Manor able to take full advantage with his speed. So that brings Kirwan back out to an 18-point lead. They will have a difficult conversion from the sideline, but it sets Ignatius Park back on their heels after starting the second half with the first try. Well, if they didn't know before the game, they should know now that Asake Manor cannot be left alone. They have to mark him. He's got too much speed for him. He beat 3 or 4 on his way to the line there. And Jack Pryor got his hands on him but couldn't complete the tackle. He's so elusive, a long strider, very quick. Came in and then away from the fullback down the sideline. Iorangi to line up this kick from out wide. Goes better than close. He's landed the goal. What a magnificent kick. A magnificent kick from Iorangi. 4 from 4 now for him. Kirwan now stretched the lead back out to 20 points. Kick off deep. Oh, and managed to be pulled back in by Cohen Dittman. Nervous moment for him. Good strong run. Marley Hellion, but he ran into trouble. Stiff tackle, stopped him in his tracks. Keep it going up the left edge. And that's a problem, a big problem for Jack Bragg. He moved in to make a big tackle, but cocked a bit of a shoulder or hip, and that stunned him. Down he went, and I would think he'll have to leave the field. Wants to stay on. Marcus Bell has come up to just have a word with the referee as Bragg does leave the field. There's a generous 6 interchange players available to both teams. (24-4) here, 12 minutes into the second half. 18 minutes for Ignatius Park to save their campaign in the Aaron Payne Cup for 2023. A kick downfield from Denninger into the corner, nicely taken by Jack Pryor. Good chase. Look at that line of black and red jerseys. The Bears down there in numbers. Denninger. That's a good strong tackle there. Look at the move up again, very quick. There's no escape here for Ignatius Park. They are hungry bears, and driving in there, just forcing them back a couple of metres as well. They're all willing in defence so far at Kirwan. Requires a kick, it rebounds, and beautifully taken by Denninger. Reacted quickly there. Just had no momentum, Ignatius Park, out of that set because of the great defence. Finally managed to get upfield and a little. The kick had to be a good one, but instead it ricocheted. The kick chaser coming through on it. Attempting the charge down, I should say. Here's a chance out wide. Going for the line, and another, he bounces back to his feet to play it. That's got to be a penalty, even something worse. Yes, 10 minutes in the sin bin. He might have thought that the tackle wasn't completed and that he was going to go for the try. Bounced back to his feet, but I think there was enough time to pull out of making the tackle. So 10 minutes in the sin bin for Ignatius Park, down to 12 men now. Penalty goes to Kirwan, leading by 20 points. And they can put Ignatius Park to the sword here now. The tap taken by Cassidy. Gives it to Tapu. Cassidy again calling the shots, out to Denninger, standing wider, coming back inside. Cassidy again to the line. There's that looping arm trying to get the pass away to the try-scoring winger, Mana. Denninger through the hands, now taken on by Kyle Bader. He's not far away. Cassidy again keeps it going. Into the line comes Dittman. Dittman gives some space, and for the line is Benioni. Benioni, the right centre. He went close once or twice in the first half. This time he goes all the way against 12 men, just a few too many holes. And the writing's on the wall now for Ignatius Park. Kirwan starting to open up here. Benioni finishes it off. Plenty of good work inside him. Cassidy everywhere in that last set. So too in the last 5 minutes, Logan Denninger, the 5'8", he has been popping up all over the field. So Anthony Irangi is having a good day with the boot. The last one was from the sideline, and this one will test him as well from the other side of the field. But 4 from 4 so far. So 3 tries in the first half for Kirwan to Dowson, Taylor and Mana. And now another try to Mana and one to Benioni. Solitary try for Ignatius Park to Badu. See, there's a little bit of wind across this kick, from left to right. He judges it very nicely. It's a magnificent kick from Anthony Irangi. He just keeps belting nails into the coffin here of Ignatius Park. 5 from 5 now, and the score mounts. 30 points to 4 with that conversion. 13 minutes to go in this match. So an impressive performance from Kirwan State High School as the match has gone on. They won the national NRL Schoolboy Cup in 2015 and 16, and this kick has been touched as it went over the sideline. So it's a good result for Ignatius Park from the kickoff. But can they turn it into points? First up run from Sidovani Afu, put on his backside. Bell gets that right edge working, but very effective tackle there. And more good defence this time on De Viljak, put down heavily. They keep on coming in waves. Lovely pass and a chance here, and out wide. It is a try. It's a try for Ignatius Park, but I'm afraid I can't tell you who it is because number 21 is not listed on my team list. But a couple of great offloads there. Very smart offload. Got the ball away late and high over the top to Bell. He was able to quickly shift it on. So Hayden Munro is going to attempt the conversion. It might be, well, is it too little too late? Down right now by 22 points. If he can land this, 20 points, 3 converted tries plus 2 in 10 minutes would be pretty hard. But I guess you can dream and hope. Close, but not close enough from Munro. Good effort. So the score is 30 points to 8 in favour of Kirwan State High School. And a break made immediately downfield. They go from the kickoff straight through the defence. Tremendous work on that occasion from Radovita. The skipper tries to lead by example. So they haven't thrown in the towel yet. Ignatius Park, at their best, they have been every bit the match of Kirwan, but they haven't been at their best often enough in this game. Bell to the line, can't dummy his way through. And the kick is taken pretty well in the end there by Irangi. But Ignatius Park at least getting through a set, getting to the kick, putting a bit of pressure on at the back. If they can aim up in defence here, they've got Kirwan inside their own 20. A couple of excellent fends. 3 or 4 players missing the Kirwan centre again. He's got a very good fend and a lanky stride, and always sharp with that fend pushing out just as he steps away and makes it a more difficult target. Okay to continue, might have been a little bit of cramp there. And now the kick downfield, out towards the sideline and finds touch, and that could well be a 40-20. You see the wind behind that kick. I think that was Preston Cassidy. No, it must not have been a 40-20. It must have been just outside his own 40. but nevertheless a very good kick, using that wind and forcing Ignatius Park back to their end of the field. Can they launch another attack from here? It began from a kickoff after the last restart where they busted the line, but another penalty. Well, early in the half, penalties, they were able to piggyback their way downfield. First 3 penalties of the second half went to Ignatius Park, and they took advantage of that. Purdy, dummies inside, gives it outside. Rodavita to his feet to play it. Thompson darts out of dummy half. Rodavita to dummy half. Looks left, goes right. Munro linking up with Bell. And then the ball was it backwards from De Viljak. Still trying hard here. Radavita showing why he's captain, leading again with these charges. They're only 8 metres out. Can they score again? Thompson dances around, can't find anyone to pass to, and the referee gives a penalty. It seems as if one of the Kirwan players was mouthing off. Why they'd be mouthing off in that situation? You'd think they'd be too busy defending to be the signal. So another chance here for Ignatius Park. 5 minutes to go. If nothing else, it'll be some consolation to get to double figures. Munro, Bell, these two combining well, but Bell couldn't pick up the runner and takes the tackle. Thompson through Pryor, now with Gall, driven back. Always disrupts the attack as you go backwards in the tackle. Thompson again to the willing De Viljak, but he's lost the ball in the tackle. Good hit, making a serious collision of it. So the score remains 30 points to 8 in favour of Kirwan. Has well and truly done Ignatius Park's dash now with only 4 minutes remaining. This has been a good win from Kirwan, pretty impressive. Still areas they can improve on, but very impressive in a lot of areas. It'll worry their opponents as far as going all the way through to win the Aaron Payne Cup. And now another penalty for Kirwan. No doubt about the Kirwan State High School attack. The Bears, when they get into a position in the opposition half, they come at you with options and a lot of questions being asked of the defence. Certainly plenty of them from this man who's about to get it. Preston Cassidy now with the ball. Tapau. Elijah Shane. Tapau. Dummy half at the moment is Cohen Emmy in number 14. Forwards, a couple of short balls there. Nice ball from Puavase. Emmy through Denninger. And everyone's getting a run now. Vine Nanai on the field. Emmy out of dummy half. Denninger grubbers through, chasing himself. Knock on the goal line. Possible try. Likely try for Preston Cassidy. Everybody's celebrating. It came forward from one of the Ignatius Park players. It was another awkward kick. Those kicks have created havoc. Those short rubber kicks or even the ones that have been just a little deeper but have stood up on the bounce, they haven't been able to be taken quickly or early. They have created real problems for Ignatius Park. And once again, they are behind the line. And Cassidy is celebrating this time. Preston Cassidy followed it through. Denninger was involved in the lead up once more. These two have been a thorn in the side of Ignatius Park today, the half and 5/8. So the score now 34 points to 8 with only just over a minute left on the clock. Iorangi, a perfect day with the boot. 6 from 6. 36 points to 8 now. And we may just get a kickoff, or we may not. So 6 tries in the match. 6 tries, I should say, in Kirwan's favour, that is. 2 tries by Ignatius Park, neither of them converted. The tries for Kirwan: Dowson, Taylor, Manor. Manor got a second one, Benioni as well, and Cassidy. So they bring it back for one of the last charges of this round 5 match. Next week, Kirwan State High School will play St Patrick's, and Ignatius Park College will be at Trinity Bay State High School. Here's another late rush. We might get more points. A brilliant pass, and Denninger there to back up, and he's going to streak away. Oh no, chopped down. A great tackle. Wonderful tackle. Just stops him short. But that is full time. Hopefully both teams will just break apart. Thrilled for the crowd right at the end with a wonderful pass from Kanye Puavase, the front rower, who's shown some great ball skills in the last couple of minutes, to Logan Denninger, one of the stars of the Kirwan Bears performance today. Looked like he was going to score to take it to 40 points. It wasn't quite to be, but nevertheless, with a scoreline of 36 points to 8 to Kirwan State High School, the Bears have won the day, and they have safely locked away second spot. They'll move up to 8 points, just 1 point behind St Patrick's, who they will play next week. That will be a thriller to watch. But Ignatius Park remain anchored in third place on 3 points in Pool A, with just Trinity Bay bringing up the rear. A great performance by Kirwan State High School here. 36 points to 8 winners over Ignatius Park in the battle of these two Townsville schools.